start kind of our entry work here, making a list of all the ways, all the tricks you use to remember difficult things. Now, I explained to a few of you who were here earlier that I obviously need a little bit of help because I was with someone today and we left a bunch of important documents in a taxi cab. Not so good. So I would like your help. How do you remember difficult things? What do you do when you study? Try to learn, maybe do music lyrics. We're going to have everybody share one. Kate, what do you have for us?
I look at my notes.
Look at notes if we're studying for a test. Good start.
Do a quick review before the test.
Quick review, last read through right before the test. Good. Michael, what do you have for us? Study what? Study vocabulary words, whatever it is you're having trouble with. Anybody try to act things out? No. Nobody tries to do that? See, I studied history a lot when I was in school. So I would try to act things out, kind of put motions with things. That was one thing that I like to do to really help myself feel like I was a part of it, to really use my imagination. Alright, right now, we're going to have you guys open your book to page 92. And while you're doing that, can anyone think of any part of the Mass that has to do with remembering something important? What's that? Going up for communion. And what are we doing there? We're receiving the Eucharist. We're circling all right around it. Can anybody think of a part of the Mass where they say, do this in memory of me? How many people have heard that in Mass before? Should see everybody. Everybody here's been in Mass before. Okay. So again, during Mass, we're actually reenacting part of that Last Supper. We're remembering it by participating in it. So right now, we're on page 92. And we're actually going to start in the last paragraph in the first column. We're going to have Michael's going to start us off with a reading here.
Jesus gave us the gift of himself and instituted the Eucharist. Through the Eucharist, Jesus remains with us forever.
So we're going to go ahead and write Eucharist on our vocabulary sheet for the night, and then we're going to write the definition. Does everyone know what a memorial is? Like Memorial Day? Does everybody know?
Yeah.
Okay. So a memorial is something we do to remember a specific event. Memory is kind of a big key tonight. Okay. So how do you guys think that the Eucharist, how do you think the communion is a memorial? How do you think that kind of matches up? We got a big word, kind of a strange word here. Jill?
Jesus.
Okay, so we're doing something to very much remember the sacrifice. There's another key word there. Remember what Jesus did for us. Alright, so the next word, a meal. This one should be pretty obvious, but how is the Eucharist, how is communion like a meal? Evan? There's bread involved. Okay, there's bread and wine. There's food involved. So you're actually taking food, very much like a meal. Okay, so the last one, a sacrifice. This one might be a little bit tougher to get kind of our minds around here, but how is the Eucharist a sacrifice? Anybody? No? Could it be that there's a sacrifice in that we're actually giving something, the bread and wine, to make the meal? Seem like that could be. Okay, now, those are three key terms that we're going to try and kind of remember about the Eucharist. That it's a memorial, a meal, and a sacrifice.